I should be rich and famous now, but thanks to my BFF's baby daddy, that opportunity was taken away from me and my best friend. The year is 2010. We are juniors in high school, and she falls in love with this little Justin Bieber wannabe in the grade below us. And of course he likes her back because she's hot and a year older, but it single-handedly makes us the most hated girls in his grade. I mean, she was taking Arkansas's Justin Bieber, okay? They started dating and everything was all hunky-dory. I mean, typical high school boyfriend, girlfriend, sneaking off, making love, all the things. Then you get to January 2011. And she does what any active girl our age does. Takes excessive pregnancy tests. She doesn't even think she could be pregnant. But the paranoia is there, the paranoia is real. So she takes a test, but uh-oh, it's positive. We're all in shock because we're babies. How can she have a baby? So she tells her baby daddy and all is good. That is until a week later when they're driving in the car and they have a terrible accident. I'm talking car flipping, everyone going to the ER, really bad scary accident, but luckily they were both okay. Broken bones, those will heal. Scrapes and bruises come and go. Biggest issue was when they came and got her for an x-ray. All us friends were out in the waiting room. It's just her and her mom, and the nurse does the typical pre-x-ray screening like they do and asked her if there's any way she could be pregnant. You've never seen somebody so stunned in their life as her mother, because as hard as she tried to tell the nurse, you know, with the eyes, with the looks, with the shh, it didn't happen, and her mom found out right then and there in the hospital. And she has literally got to be weeks pregnant, like just a couple weeks. She had told her best friends and him, and that's it, and she hadn't planned on telling parents till way down the road. But of course, now that her parents know, his parents know, because parents blab, and they like to put blame on other people. So this secret came out so much quicker than your usual high school romance turned into baby daddy situation. And the parents decide the way they're gonna fix this problem for now is they can't see each other. We're talking Romeo and Juliet, completely banned from one another. Like, that's gonna help the problem now. I don't know if they had taken a basic biology course. We can't really reverse this kind of situation by taking them away from each other. As you can imagine, at this point, she was scared, she was stressed, she needed her best friend. So I go over there with snacks, her favorite Dr. Pepper, and we were ready to binge watch some MTV for the weekend. Because if my best friend was gonna sulk, I was gonna sulk with her. So we're on there watching 16 and Pregnant, kind of imagining what her life is gonna be like, because we're babies. We have no idea what our life is going to be like. And during the commercial, they encourage young teenage pregnant mothers to apply to be on the show. Now we have our plans for the weekend. We would have been stunned by how long that application was, but we were having a ball. We stayed up all night filling it out. And guys, it was literally no time before they were contacting her. She was a little frozen, a little frantic, because when you're filling stuff out in your bedroom, you don't actually think any of this is going to come to fruition. I'm pretty sure at this point she hadn't even accepted that she was going to be a whole freaking ass mother. But she gives the producer her phone number and they have a call, and it goes well. I'm sitting there listening in as much as I can, already dreaming about the fabulous parties we're gonna attend, how rich and famous we're gonna be, because this was prime 16 and pregnant time. On this phone call is when we run into one minor setback. They need paperwork from the baby dad. And since the parents have decided they can't talk, we can't text him, and school's been kind of dicey. So I go on this covert mission that Monday in the hallway to get him these application papers and her note explaining everything, and he's on board, he's ready, he's pumped. Her 10th grade baby daddy did 5th period geometry, and by the next period he was already passing them back to me, which was kind of insane because there were hundreds of questions he could not have listened even a second in that geometry class that day. In our cute little naive minds, this was gonna fix all our problems. We were now gonna have the money for her to be able to raise this child and the fame to make it fun. All those girls talking crap about her, making up rumors, trying to say the baby daddy wasn't the baby daddy, even though everyone knew he's the only one that could be the baby daddy, if you know what I'm saying. They were gonna be sorry for the day they ever crossed us. And literally less than a week after we turned those papers in, producer was calling again, and they were so excited. They did need some parental signatures, but we didn't think that would be a problem, and it really wasn't. So we were pretty much cruising down Easy Street. Nothing else mattered. I don't think we'd turned in our homework in weeks. And she was super excited because if they were gonna film the show together, they were gonna have to be together. The parents were gonna have to let them. They weren't gonna have a choice. The next phone call from her producer was even more exciting because they were scheduling lights and camera crews to come to her house to check out lighting, to see how everything was, which completely gave us this oh shit moment. This is real. This is where our plans get a little derailed, because after not being able to see each other outside of school for a couple months and all the stress of being pregnant and a teenager, they break up. How we went from her getting a promise ring from him to a breakup that quickly, Only the high school relationship gods will know. She was so scared to tell the producers that this would end our fame story right here. So she put off telling them for a couple weeks, but then she had a scheduled conference call with them after her ultrasound. This was scheduled because, you know, they need to know the exact due date, all that, and if there's any issues that might make the baby come earlier or later. This is all to do with filming schedules for them. But guys, when she told them that they had broken up, I swear they were having to stifle their excitement, and not well, like we could hear it. We could hear it. This apparently made them an even better choice for the show, which was somewhat relieving, but she was really hoping the show was going to bring them back together. Because let's face it, she was absolutely in love with him, and nobody wants to have a baby alone at 17. She did not get to hold on to those hopes and dreams very long because the producer called her and let her know that he had withdrawn consent. Not only had he said he would no longer be on the show, he also said that he would not sign consent for the baby to be on the show. And at first she's hopeful she can change his mind. You gotta think, MTV's putting in money at this point. A lot of man hours researching, figuring stuff out about them, their friends, who's gonna be the best characters. And they pretty much tell her they can't risk all this and risk that he won't change his mind. And even though she's adamant that she can get him to change his mind, they really won't hear it, and they actually end up eventually ghosting her. So not only did her baby daddy ruin it for himself, he also ruined it for the rest of us. I mean, do y'all even think he had the right to do that? This was her baby, she was carrying them, they weren't even speaking. I know I'll never forgive him. Guys, that was a long time ago. That little girl is now 13 years old. And to be perfectly honest, this is probably one of the least interesting things that happened to them in the last 13 years. It gets messier. A whole lot messier. So if y'all want a part 2 or you want to ask her some questions, maybe she'll answer them, let me know in the comments down below. And please, please, please like and subscribe. I'm new to YouTube. I'm new to this long form content. I think I'm going to like it better for my storytelling. And also follow me on Instagram, on TikTok. I even have like a Facebook page, but I don't really know how to work that yet. The best thing about TikTok getting banned for 10 hours was giving me the kick in the butt to get out here on YouTube. So I am so glad you're here, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.